So when I first started investing, I had a strategy. I'm using that word loosely. I bought stocks I liked, companies I recognized. I took tips from whoever sounded like they knew what they were talking about. And honestly, I thought I was crushing it. I wasn't. I was just throwing darts and hoping something stuck. If you caught the teaser I put up recently, welcome. This is where the story actually begins. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing in this video is financial advice. This is just my story. So here's the thing about buying stocks you like. It feels like a strategy when you're doing it. You're not just gambling, right? You believe in the company, you use the product, you've done your research. Except your research was basically vibes. You'd see something on a forum and you'd throw a little money at it, watch a YouTube video and you'd think, okay, that guy sounds legit. And then you'd buy. It never really went anywhere. I wasn't losing everything, but I wasn't building anything either. I was just floating around, reacting to whatever information crossed my path. And then I made the mistake I think almost every new investor makes at some point. Someone online had a very convincing pitch on a stock where your gut says something's off, but the person's so confident that you talk yourself into it anyway. If you've ever watched The Sopranos, there's this whole storyline where some of the guys run a pump-a-dump scheme. They hype up a worthless stock, people pile in, and then these guys, they dump their shares anyway, and then they disappear. I always figured that was just good TV writing. It wasn't just TV. I put in $100, and within a few days, that stock I invested in was basically worthless. Now, $100 isn't everything, and it's not gonna ruin my life. But what that trade taught me, I still think about it today. Because what I finally understood was this: the confidence of the person that's telling you about a stock has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of that stock. Tips are noise, and noise will cost you money. So after that, I kept at it. More careful, more skeptical. Here's what I didn't understand yet. Being careful without a framework is just slower guessing. I was still reacting, still buying on instinct, still hoping the next one would finally be the one. And the market, it's really good at making you feel confident about a bad decision right up until the moment it isn't. That's what makes it so dangerous, when you don't have rules to fall back on. I thought I was an investor. I was really just guessing with extra steps. I want to tell you where this whole thing is eventually going because I think it matters for understanding why these early chapters are worth talking about. Years from now, after a lot more mistakes and a lot of hard lessons, I'm going to find a stock called Micron Technology. My first buy was at $280 a share. That stock eventually ran past $1,100. I would have never found that stock on my own. Not with the dartboard approach, not with tips from some random people online. I found it because I finally started paying for the right tools and listening to the right people. That's what this whole series is really building toward. But before I get there, I have to tell you about a phase that almost derailed everything. Because after that dartboard era, I discovered options, specifically 0 days to expiration trading on SPY. A few months in, during an FOMC meeting, I made $12,000 in a matter of seconds. And then I gave half of it back that same day. That story is next. Don't miss it.